The first air raid sirens at Kiev's central Maidan Square. I filmed that video in the early morning of the 24th of February 2022, the first day of Russia's full-scale invasion. While Moscow bombed cities across Ukraine, its forces crossed Ukrainian borders trying to take over territories. By the 5th of March, 2 weeks into the war, Russian forces were just a few kilometers away from the capital, Kyiv. Not for long, though. The UK Defence Ministry says by April, Russia realized its strategy had failed and focused on expanding and formalizing its rule over the Donbas and the south. It has also continued its heavy shelling. During this year, Russia launched almost 5,000 missiles, made almost 3,500 airstrikes and over 1,000 drone strikes against Ukraine. As Ukraine marks 1 year since the full-scale invasion, the capital and the Kyiv region are free. Kharkiv and Kherson regions have been deoccupied, and the country's energy system withstood massive attacks of Russian shelling. Ukrainians did not surrender then and did not get scared of no electricity, no heating and no water when almost half of the country's energy system was disabled. The UK Defence Ministry says Russia's campaign now likely primarily seeks to degrade and exhaust Ukrainian military rather than being focused on seizing substantial new territory. At the same time, the Kremlin appears to be setting conditions for false flag operations on the Chernihiv region international border and in Moldova, claims the Institute for the Study of War, adding that Vladimir Putin's recent speeches did not offer specific goals or objectives for the war in Ukraine, but instead continued generic rhetorical lines of effort aiming to prepare the Russian public for a protracted war in Ukraine.